Wrestling has more than one royal family. Acknowledge me. And we're
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
Hello, people. I apologize for my previous absence. I've had a lot going on.
And that's why, we are a little late getting this out, but here we are. Nonetheless, we are here to bring you the recap of Saturday night's main event. Honestly, this isn't one that we usually cover. We did it mainly for the census of...
For the magnitude of Cena's last match.
Yes.
Cena's last WWE appearance as an in-ring competitor.
How do you feel overall?
I sad.
I know.
I cried.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I cried a lot.
We watched this because you unfortunately weren't here. We watched this at the in-laws. And my father-in-law and my mother-in-law both cried.
I cried a lot.
Especially during the video at the end. With this.
It was like, okay, the fact that we opened up with a vignette and throughout the show, the way they incorporated vignettes and videos for...
That was really nice.
Like, dedicating his career, what he meant to the business, to every other superstar.
I wish they would have gotten some from, other companies, though.
Oh, dude, you needed a Jericho.
Edge, Big Show.
Who else are we missing? Danielson.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Danielson was a big one that, I feel was a missed opportunity.
Shit, even hearing something, personally, this is just me, I would have even cared to hear something from an ex-girlfriend. Or ex-fiance.
She clearly didn't care enough.
Clearly.
She wasn't even in town. She was at a hockey game.
Yeah.
During all of this. But anyway, Nikki Bella is irrelevant to ask to the side. Because,
yeah.
Nikki Bella is irrelevant as to the side. We're gonna jump right into our 4-match card. Opening up, and I really love what Cena did for Saturday night's main event. He wanted tonight to be about opportunity and giving the young guys a chance to shine.
Yes.
And you know what? Each and every match has done just that, kicking us off. Your newly crowned NXT Champion, the Ruler, Oba Femi, takes on QB1 WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. I feel like we could have gotten a really good match if Ricky Saints would have retained.
Thank you.
But I'm not mad that Oba also got the spotlight, because you know what? He is a talented enough individual that I will say he does deserve his spotlight as well.
I am very mad that I didn't get to go through the recap of Deadline with you. So mad, because I would have loved to have known everything you thought on those matches, honestly.
You know what? I'm sorry, but I got you next year for sure.
Yeah, you ain't allowed to leave me next year. Unless there's something medical going on.
I was gonna say, let's take into account
yes.
what was going on. I also got bullied into a shift that I told him I wasn't available for, and then it was a whole thing. Same thing happened with Survivor Series. Just for me to get called off because we had a snowstorm. But
anyways,
not relevant to what we're talking about right now. Great showing by Oba.
Yes.
Great showing by Cody. You messed up by giving it a back and forth. You messed up. Oba's supposed to be the ruler. You want him to, be this big, menacing presence. You needed him to come in and just dog walk the hell out of Cody Rhodes. It wouldn't have taken any credibility away from Cody Rhodes. By any means. You messed up in two situations. You let it be a back and forth, and not even a good back and forth, and you had Drew interfere, having this match end in a result of no contest. Match got thrown away because of Drew McIntyre's interference. Mm-hmm. Here's where I laughed.
What's that?
End of the match, Cody's getting beat up by Drew. Oba comes in, makes the save.
Yeah.
Because he was outside the ring at the time.
Yeah.
Comes in, makes the save, and that stare down between between Oba and Drew has money written all over. That has WrestleMania main event written all over. Give me the psychopath versus the ruler. I promise you that's gonna put plenty of asses in seats.
Now what you do?
I'm willing to pay top dollar.
Yeah.
To see that match.
Now what you do with that to get us there is, as you know, there's a match between Cody and Drew that is a 3 stages of hell match.
Is that what it's gonna be?
That's what Drew is calling for. That's his stipulation.
Okay, well, it hasn't officially been announced yet, so that's why I was like...
That's what it's...
That's still what the rumor's supposed to be. Dude, we haven't had a good 3 stages of hell since Gargano, Cole, NXT. I want to say it was TakeOver Brooklyn 3 or 4.
I believe so, yeah.
That 3 stages of hell was amazing.
Mm-hmm. So you give me that. You have Drew go over because, for the love of God, either give him the title or throw him out of the title picture.
That, and I love Cody, but, like, what are you doing with him as a champion?
Call up Oba.
He wins the Rumble.
I'd be okay with that.
That's how you give him his call-up. He wins the Rumble.
I'd be okay with that. I would be so okay with that.
Triple H, Paul Triple H Levesque, Nick Khan. You know what? Give me a phone call, y'all, because, like, I got ideas for days that's going to set up generational wealth upon generational wealth. I got ideas that are going to make you bank without TKO's involvement. Hit me up. Hit my line. I got you. But tell me, Oba Femi coming in, winning the Rumble, calling out Drew, after putting Drew on his ass. Because after that stare down, Drew really did say, I'm gonna try to muscle you up, and then look at him. Look at you on your butt. Looking stupid.
I get it. I agree. But what you got to do with Oba is you cannot have him come in at a low number.
No, you can have him come in at like number 5.
That's what I was thinking.
You have him come in within the top 10.
Yes.
Top 5 to top 10. That still gives you the majority of the food to play with.
And that gives you the chance to show.
He just starts he comes in, whoever's in, boom. 2-3 eliminations right off rip.
Mm-hmm. Let it grow.
Like, you have him have the most dominant Royal Rumble showcase of any superstar to ever grace a ring outside of Kane. Because Kane, I believe, has 13 in one match.
Yeah.
Kane or Roman have like 12 or 13 in one match.
They're even. Well, you know what? We'll get to my stipulation.
We'll get to that when we get to the Rumble.
Yeah. You know, in my...
Yeah. Yes, but my point is, you have him come in and you need to have him just be like 1 or 2 shy of that record for a Rumble, but you make sure he wins the Rumble. He comes out, he wastes no time picking who he wants. He gets it, like, congratulations, you just won the Royal Rumble. Any idea on who you want? Oh yeah, I want Drew. Walk off.
Yeah.
Just... no time, announces it right then and there.
You don't go for Punk, you don't go for Breaker, whoever wins that match. You don't go for anybody there. You go for Drew.
You go for Drew. You've already slowly built that story with just this one moment.
Yep.
I want him, and he walks off. Because, you know, a lot of these winners like to give us like a week or 2, whatever, like to build the suspense of who they're going to pick.
Cody, the 1 year.
Yeah, love to let us know, like, build the suspense. No. Now the suspense is waiting for the match to actually take place.
Yeah, literally.
Now you have the build of a lifetime going into
That's going to be goosebumps.
Oh.
That match would, like, that is a chef's kiss.
You give me that match and I'm going to quote Booker T. That's going to be 2 big meaty men smacking me. No bread, no water, just meat.
I love it when you do that, honestly.
Dude, I love Booker T for putting that phrase into the universe.
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact that I can mimic that so well.
Yeah. You do it beautifully.
Yeah, now you give me these two behemoths, these two Goliaths.
Yeah.
Just going at it. Mm-hmm. Pure power. You got it. You got it.
So, jumping off of that match into the next one, a match that also speaks beauty and volume. Another one that a lot of people would want to see run back. Am I on the same thing?
We were talking about it before we started recording. Run it back. Sol
Ruca versus Bayley.
Yeah, well, this didn't tell you that Sol Ruca was ready for the main roster?
Right. So coming out with Sol Ruca is Zarya. They did fix their differences recently. They're on better terms than what they were for Deadline. And Bayley coming out with Lyra Valkyria. I do want to say, I love that there wasn't really much interference on the outside.
No, it was literally just friends supporting friends.
Yeah. I mean, you could see that there was a bit of
You could tell she thought about it.
Yeah, they both thought about it for a minute. However, I'm very glad that there was no outside interference. It was a beautiful back and forth. Anything that Sol had, Bayley had an answer for, and vice versa. Getting there. However, in the closing moments of this match, because I feel like Brother Pyro has a lot to say on this, Bayley was not ready to get her soul snatched.
Bro, she got her soul snatched up.
Beautiful 1, 2, 3. Sol Ruca is ready for the main roster.
Dude,
Make that call.
Bro, and immediately there are so many different directions that you can go with this women's division, this women's roster, adding and you know what? Adding Zarya, because you've already teased them in that women's tag team title picture. Mm-hmm. Fresh face in that division. Boom. Sol Ruca immediately jumps. It has a claim and a name for IC title run.
IC title or
US, depending on which brand she's on.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. But I feel like you can get more out of her if you move her to the red brand. Mm-hmm. You like that SmackDown locker room is looking a little stacked. You have Lash, Nia, Charlotte, Alexa, Nikki, B-Fat, Michin, Jade. Rumor has it Rio's making the jump to the blue brand. Like that is stacked, and you can get some good matches out of Sol with a lot of those names.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know what? I'm looking forward to Sol Bayley Part 2, Sol Lyra, give me Sol Io, Sol Kyrie.
Yes.
Look at the
just goosebumps.
Dude, matches that are going to be 5 stars all across the board.
Yes.
Sol Becky would be money. Sol AJ would be money.
It would be. The Black Widow versus the Soul Snatcher? Oh my God.
I love that they stated she didn't even want to be a wrestler. She was going to school to be a stuntman. She was going to be in school to be a stunt double. She didn't want to be a wrestler. She wanted to be a stunt double in movies. You know what? You're your own stunt double here. This was definitely the better career path.
Yeah, definitely. Because otherwise she'd still be waiting for that stunt double role.
Exactly. Whereas she's already put her name in the women's tag team division.
Yep.
She's kept up with Charlexa. Probably one of the most formidable teams in the women's tag team division in recent memory, because they actually were money together. They are money together. They were great champions.
And, I mean,
just in
general, as individuals.
And I was going to say, and think of the namesake, think of the weight that carries. Charlotte and Alexa, both multi-time tag team champions, not including their one title reign together. Mm-hmm. Charlotte with, 14 road to title reigns? Alexa with 5 of her own?
Yeah. And Alexa being the first woman to hold one of Raw and SmackDown.
Look at the weight that those names carry.
Right.
First ballot certified Hall of Famers.
Yeah, definitely.
Upon retirement.
Yeah.
And Sol Ruca said, I can keep up with them. Same with Bayley. Bayley, a multi-time tag team champion, a multi-time world champion, a former NXT women's champion.
You have her being the longest reigning SmackDown women's champion.
She was the inaugural tag team champion.
Yep.
Won it in a women's elimination chamber match. Like, look at all of these milestones, because Bayley ain't no slouch either.
And then
Bayley, also Hall of Fame legacy.
And then say she takes on Becky eventually, beats her. That's SmackDown Women's Champion.
That's 3 of the 4 horsewomen.
Yep.
And you telling me she ain't keeping up? I'm like, what? Sol Ruca is ready for prime time. Make it happen.
I agree.
Make it happen. Make it happen right now.
It was a beautiful match, honestly.
Screw whatever she got left to do in NXT. She really ain't got nothing left to do in NXT.
There's one title she missing, but...
And you know what? It ain't even gonna work. Having that accolade on her record compared to what she's already doing without that title,
yeah,
says everything you need to know.
Exactly.
Right now, her performance tells you everything.
Just like once they brought, when they did the split and they did SmackDown Live, just like when they gave Becky the chance to be inaugural women's champion, that she never had the accolade of NXT Women's Champion.
Not till later in her
about
career.
Everything that she did, and Sol could even do the same thing. Go back down, win that title.
She don't even need to.
No, she don't need to. Neither did Becky.
I didn't need to. It was just an I want to.
Yeah, it was an I want to, and I'm gonna elevate the other women that didn't have a chance at this time.
Exactly. And you know what? They're doing the same thing right now with Sol Ruca. Because, God damn it, I love everything about that match, and I love the potential that Sol has being lined up with anybody.
I agree.
On that roster.
I agree. All right, jump us in.
Going into probably what was my favorite match on the card.
One of my favorite, but it was also the quickest.
It was, but it made sense for the 4 men that were in this ring.
Do you know how quick this match was?
How much?
If I'm correct, it was a 5 to 10 minute match, and that's it.
Hold on. Because you know what we do? We look up match times.
Tell us the contenders in the match.
But you have your World Tag Team Champions, the phenomenal AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, versus the young OG Javon Evans and the youngest in charge current TNA X Division champion, somebody that has already gotten the stamp of approval from a TNA X Division champion in AJ Styles, the man that put the X Division on the map. Thank you very much. Oh, we're gonna run this. We're going to run some accolades down. But you got the youngest in charge, Leon Slater. It's really sad, but really great to think that both Javon and Leon are only about 21, 22 years old.
They are exactly 21 years old together.
That's
it was
my point.
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
And you know what? You didn't need a super lengthy match to showcase these guys' abilities. The way that these guys went back and forth, they matched speed, they matched energy. In every aspect, they were mirrors of each other. Javon and Leon did get the jump early because they understood what this moment meant to be on this grand stage.
Against these men?
Against these two men, absolutely established units in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think this was a grander stage for them than if they would have competed at Mania. Given the magnitude that this is, all revolving around John Cena's last match, this was the stage that had outside of Mania, that had the most eyes on it, point blank, definitely. Because of the generational talent that Cena was. Mm-hmm. Because this is the end of Cena's 23-year career. Yeah. People were tuned in. People were invested in this show from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
They got the jump early because they understood we got to make this moment count, and damn it, they made that moment count. There was too many highlights to try to narrow it down
on just a 6 minute match.
Like, dude, this whole thing was a human highlight reel. Mm-hmm. It was a game of human pinball. Yep. Because, like, you blinked and you missed some dope happening, okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I love when Leon jumps over the turnbuckle post, just because the height you have to get to be able to clear that. No using the rope to clear it, like he just running start and go.
Yeah.
The insane height
you have to get on that.
the momentum you have to have behind you to clear that without messing it up. There's only one other person I've seen do that on the roster, and that's Montez Ford.
Yep.
Because Montez will sit there, whee,
Oh my god.
right over.
Is it bad that I missed them?
No, but WWE has also reported that they have had no creative plans for him. Personally, I think everybody's like, oh, split them up, let them be single stars. Keep them together and let them be single stars.
I agree.
Because you do not need a tag team to break up
In order for them to
be successful. You know what? And I was talking to you about this before we started recording. Leon Slater is coming to the main roster. Like, skip NXT. He's got his NXT trial in this partnership with NXT and TNA.
Yeah.
But when he eventually makes the jump from TNA to WWE, because it's going to happen, they are showing him what they're capable of giving him. WWE has already stated they're not really looking to hire anybody new, by the way, because there's a lot of people from different companies that I have read that are looking out of their contract and they're trying to go to WWE.
Yeah.
They're like, look, we are stacked. We already have a big enough roster that we are trying to figure out how to appease everybody.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's just no room for anybody new.
Yeah. At the
Cool,
moment.
whatever.
So a couple more people make jumps.
But we stated it, Javon and Leon
Yeah.
will eventually be tag team champions.
Oh, definitely.
Javon and Leon on the main roster will be money. You run this back. There's so many names you can have them run with. That is going to be money matches the entire time.
Put them against the Street Profits.
I was like, let me list off some names. You know who I would love to see them with? Outside of the Profits, outside of Phenomenal Lee, give me the War Raiders. Give me the Usos. Can you let me finish? Give me the War Raiders. Give me the Usos. You know what? Give me DIY. Give me the Machine Guns. Give me Power City Machine Gun. Give me Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus. Give me Fraxium versus Slater and Evans, and I promise you that's going to be another blink and you missed it moment.
Yeah.
These four men, absolutely phenomenal. Great match to watch. I ain't even gonna lie, I went back, I rewatched.
Yeah.
Because I had to watch the John Cena match. Because I had missed it because I was at work.
Yeah.
I went back and I definitely rewatched that match though, because like it was just too good not to. And just like in the last match, the show of respect after the bell, after AJ and Dragon Lee picked up the win.
Mm-hmm.
Just the show of respect, the look of approval of, I know the future of this business is in good hands.
Especially with what we know is coming next year.
We're not going to talk about it. Shut up.
I know you're not ready for it. Can we talk about one thing, though? There was a bit of a mishap during this match. AJ went for his phenomenal forearm off the top rope and did slip. It doesn't happen often, but it did happen in this match, and I just want to get your thoughts on it.
I want to say they chalked it up to like he had like tweaked his knee either earlier in the match or previously on Raw in the match against the War Raiders. I believe they said that like he had like tweaked his knee so he wasn't 100%, which whatever. Okay. Like, and in a match with Eric and Ivar, that's bound to happen because them are two big behemoths that move like they should be in the X division, by the way.
I was also reading that somebody had mentioned that the ropes were very slippery that night too.
It could be a number of things. We don't know. We weren't there, but you're right. Barrett even said it. Like that's not a mistake he'll make often, if ever. Yeah. That was just a. But you know what? In that moment, Leon and Javon took advantage.
They did.
They were really smart. They played the vet role right there. AJ made a rookie mistake, and the rookies made the veteran move.
Yes.
And took advantage.
Yep. So main event.
Before we get into that main event.
Yes.
So we have a moment. Joe Tessitore and Stephanie McMahon, they're talking.
Yes.
It's interrupted by The Miz in the ring.
Oh, yes, this.
And R-Truth comes out and was like, look, I don't appreciate you swapping out the names and the balls. You know, this whole thing has been balls. Yeah. I don't know what it is with R-Truth and balls, but whatever.
And it's just the current part, you know? He had the balls for the John Cena storyline.
And Miz and Truth calls out Miz for swapping out the names and said he took this opportunity away from from someone. And so he reads the name, and he's like... So he reads it out loud. Mm-hmm. And you know not to say this man's name.
Yep. Say his name, he appears.
Joe Hendry just magically... Dude, I swear to God, Joe Hendry is like Undertaker when the lights would go out, and then he would just spawn the fuck it.
Yep.
Like, Joe Hendry, you say his name, and he just spawns.
Yep.
Like, where did you come from, sir? But he spawned, he came in, he kicked Miz's butt, yep. and him and Truth celebrated and left.
Yeah.
Again, another Miz... Joe Hendry is essentially another version to the Miz, and I love everything about it. It's great.
My mother-in-law thinks that he's very creepy, especially with the smile. I get it. I get it. The uncomfortable eye contact. Yeah, don't give me that eye contact. All right,
now we can get into the main event.
Main event time. John Cena, in his last match ever, takes on
the Ring General.
Lord, you had to screw us and give us him. Gunther. I gotta say, this was it wasn't overly a one-sided match. There was some moments that Cena did pick up speed.
For the most part, though, Gunther dominated the match.
This was a really hard match for me to watch. It was a really hard match for me to cover.
It was a really hard match. It was really hard to watch, especially because, like, at one point, it just became finisher central, and that's not what I wanted for Cena's last match.
No. And
like, how you have him go from AA through the table to then avalanche AA, and Gunther somehow still kicks out, like, you made no sense there.
And then we got to the closing moments of this match, where it was, we had the rear naked choke put in.
The sleeper hold?
The sleeper hold. I could have...
Because he really lost off of a simple sleeper, and I'm pissed.
We'll get to that. We had the sleeper hold. They did the 3 count with the arm. Cena kept his arm up. Cena did power through it once. Gunther got the sleeper hold in again. You could see that Cena was really trying to fight as much as he could out of this. I wish that he would have gotten that one last rally. But unfortunately, in the ending moments of this, Cena looks at the camera, smiles, closes his eyes, and taps. And a lot of people, I've read a lot of different perspectives on this, and one of the biggest ones that have stood out to me was the reason Cena smiled when he tapped was because he knew he had given everything in that ring.
He did.
At the time, and he was ready to leave the generation in the hands of the people that had come in the match card before him.
No, and that's fair. Like, we're getting to the point. We've lost Batista. Like, that 02 OVW draft class, or that, like, class of 02.
Yeah.
Was absolutely phenomenal. We got Batista, we got Cena, we got Orton, we got Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. And they're all kind of...
And they're all slowly fading their way out.
Yep.
They're all slowly working their way out. And a lot of these vets know, with a lot of the younger talent that we are seeing now, wrestling is in good hands. It's not like it's going to just die off.
Yeah.
It's not going to take a drastic nosedive because, like, these guys are setting up the next generation the right way. Like, from stories I've heard of them tell in the past, like, guys from, like, the Attitude Era or the Golden Era, like, right before the Attitude Era, they weren't willing to impart a lot of that knowledge.
Yeah, no.
So when you got to, like, the Ruthless Aggression Era and beyond, like, you saw the massive divide. Because these new guys are now coming in blind. They're not being told
how to do things.
Showed the ropes properly. They're not, getting that necessary wisdom to help make their career. Whereas this generation, with that like the Ruthless Aggression era,
coming down
generation is actually doing their part in. We're going to showcase this wisdom. We're going to help you guys learn the business properly.
Yeah.
So that way you don't see that generational gap. You don't see that generational divide.
No,
the bridge, the gap is being bridged.
Yeah, definitely.
And what looked like, about a mild difference between generations and talents is now maybe a couple inches.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, and it is a noticeable difference, and I love this.
So I gotta ask.
Because we as wrestling fans always want improvement. We want it to be at the best. And you know what? That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to a Chris Van Vliet podcast.
Yep.
And one of the things that he talked about was Javon Evans, actually.
Okay.
And he's like, I love that people are trying to, like, rage bait or clickbait me and say, oh, Javon Evans at 21 is better than Swerve at 30. He should be.
Mm-hmm.
He should be.
Yep.
He's looking at a lot of these guys that came before him, and he's learning from them, and he's taking from them,
yeah.
and he's improving his game.
I'd like to see that match.
This is what it should be. I didn't have a lot of that. Like, he should be better than me. When I hang it up and call, I'm 30 whatever years old. I should, like, when I go to hang it up, I should be able to look at a Javon Evans and be like, he can take the ball and keep going. Like, he really brought out, like, Javon is running the right way.
Yeah.
Javon is utilizing his knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And the next generation should be better than the generation beforehand.
Yeah, because they're learning from that generation and making it their own.
Exactly. That's exactly the point he made.
Yeah.
He's taking from what he learned from... He told me he's watched and learned from someone like me and someone like Kofi and like Booker and whatever.
Yeah.
And he's taking what he's watched and seen from us and any advice we can give him, and he's incorporating it into what he does in the ring now as he goes on and he's making it his own, and he's improving, and because that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of Cena's last run.
Mm-hmm.
Is making the generation prior better.
Yeah.
He did the same thing in 2015 when he did the United States Open Challenge.
Yep.
He specifically used it to bring up the next generation. Without that, we don't get the Kevin Owens that we have now.
Yeah.
Or at least the effect of his call up isn't as impactful.
Yeah.
You don't get the Sami Zayn that we have now. Cesaro isn't as big or within that WWE network.
Yeah.
Let me
fix words.
Let me word this properly so I don't get chewed out by the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Cesaro doesn't do
as well
in the WWE system. Granted, they really booked him like shit.
Agreed.
After, but like a lot of the younger guys from that time and a lot of the younger guys from this time took what Cena had to offer to heart. Mm-hmm. Like, let's talk about some of the names that were in the crowd as, you know, Cena was embracing his last moment, like the locker room. Indeed, Mello comes out, Oba came out, Javon, like all of those guys, Cody and Punk presented Cena with their titles. But like,
he left his shoes and his sweatpants in the way.
He should have worn an extra pair of jorts. Just say. He should have had a backup pair of jorts to throw in the ring.
Yeah.
But like, as he was making his way to the ring, he grabbed the camera from Stu, and he looked at Stu and was like, man, this is gonna be weird, but let's, like, he did Stu's job for a minute.
Yeah.
Stu got emotional talking about it on the pre-show, about what Cena meant to him in his career. They acknowledged Cole as the voice to Cena's career, just like Jim Ross had or Stone Cold had Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Michael Cole, John Cena has Michael Cole. Who did they associate with Hogan? I don't even remember. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But, like, every superstar has that one voice.
Big superstar.
It has that one voice that you think of. Like, Michael Cole's been there from the beginning of Cena's career.
Yeah.
Great. But, like, so hearing these guys, watching these videos as the night went on, at the end, talking about hearing from Bayley, Drew, Sammy, like, all these guys, what Cena meant business, and what he meant to them personally.
And then we had the big video from Triple H at the very end.
Yes. Like, going into his making his entrance, everybody that he shook hands with.
You had Trish.
You had Trish, you had Eve, you had Michelle McCool, Mark Henry, Kurt Angle, Kevin Owens, Van Dam, Sami Zayn, Elias. was there. I'm sorry, Elijah. He's Elijah now in TNA. But still, like, having a lot of these names.
Yeah.
That, like, weren't, I'm not going to say weren't, like, necessarily established, but, like, that meant a lot to Cena, and that Cena meant a lot, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, without Angle, we don't get Cena.
No.
Mark Henry and Cena have great rivalries. Owens doesn't get the big pop in WWE on the main roster without Cena. Same with Zayn. Like, and the fact that a lot of fans complain, why isn't Sami Zayn in the back? Because he's enjoying this moment as a fan with his son. Mm-hmm. He isn't Sami Zayn the star right now. He is Sami Zayn the fan.
Yeah.
And I love that they let him have that.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Oh, don't get emotional on me. Okay.
I can't make that sound like dude.
Getting into a different thing, I gotta ask. Quick little run through here. I want to ask my question. I want an answer, and I want a small, brief, reasoning. We talk about the Attitude Era, the 02 class. We have Batista who replaces Batista. What's the name? On the current generation that we have being brought up on main roster or in NXT, who's the new Batista? And why?
Oh, I don't know that we've ever. I don't think that we've actually found the next Batista. If I was gonna put it on anybody, it'd be Breaker.
Okay. Next Cena.
Cody is currently in the Cena role.
Okay. And obviously we know why is to that. Who takes up Lesnar?
Oh, I don't know that we have a next Lesnar.
No.
Like, all right.
Could you say that Oba?
No.
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 I'm
gonna let me defend that one. I think Lesnar's unique balance of speed, of power, and then just like his with his background, like Lesnar truly was a once in a generation talent.
Okay.
Think about it. He quit WWE after 2 years, not because it was overwhelming, because he was bored. Mm-hmm. He went to go play in the NFL, which he hadn't played a game of football in about 15, 20 years at that point. Mm-hmm. And it was the last roster cut before going into that NFL season. He played all 4 preseason games. Mm-hmm. And was literally right before the first week of the NFL. Can you imagine if they would have chose to cut somebody else and kept Lesnar? Lesnar, at that time, probably would have helped lead Minnesota to a freaking Super Bowl.
I agree.
So you have Lesnar as a UFC champion, mm-hmm. a WWE champion,
and a Super Bowl champion,
and possibly a Super Bowl champion, because he is just that athletically gifted.
Okay.
And I don't think we have found someone to that same degree.
Okay. Last up, Orton.
There is a lot of names that I think we can...
Give me your top 3.
All right. I'm going to give you top 3 Orton that could potentially...
That could step up to potentially be the next Orton.
Miles Born.
I knew that name was going to come because if you look at the Orton picture...
They're built very similarly.
Dude just needs to learn how to cut a proper promo.
Okay, we're gonna...
Lisp aside.
I also remember he does have the speech impediment due to him being deaf.
I didn't know he was deaf.
Yes,
I just thought it was a speech impediment.
Why he has the speech impediment.
Okay.
And going into the rivalry with Oba, he talked about that.
Okay.
Actually, he addresses that. Go back and watch.
All right.
But going into that, Miles Bourne, I think, could be a solid Randy replacement if he's done correctly.
Okay.
Because build is there, the athleticism is there,
charisma's there.
Like everything you need to build a second version of Randy Orton is in Miles Bourne.
Yeah.
I always call him Miles Osborne.
I know.
And like you correct me every time.
I do.
I'm really glad I got it right this time.
Mm-hmm. And twice too.
Cause like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna stand firm on
Miles Warren?
On Miles Warren.
Okay.
Because, like, you have a lot of replacements for a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you found Taylor's replacement in Damian Priest.
You did. Although everybody calls him the Temu Undertaker.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
You found Cena's replacement in Cody. You found Batista's replacement. You have gotten...
We technically have Ray's replacement.
We don't, though. There's been many that have tried. They have tried to build people as Ray's replacement. But if they truly found Ray's replacement, why is Ray still so involved?
Because they don't know how to let him go.
No! It's because they haven't found someone to properly take his place.
I would say it would definitely be his son to me.
His son is taking Eddie's place. And it is clearly written on the wall. Dom is the modern day Eddie.
Okay.
Like, as much as I want Dom to be the second coming of his father,
he's the
second coming of Eddie more than anything.
Yeah.
Look, height,
charisma.
Like everything about Dom's character and movement and everything is Eddie Guerrero. It's not.
Okay.
It's not Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
And it is insane to think that, like, of all of these guys, Ray has been around probably the longest at this point in the world of pro wrestling, at least in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the WWE since 2002, but he's been around pro wrestling since long before that.
Yeah.
And
he ain't leaving yet.
There's no slowing down in him, and there's nobody to take his spot when he does officially choose to hang up the boots.
Can we talk about how, I think it was Wade Barrett, said at the end of John Cena versus Gunther, professional wrestling...
Michael Cole said it.
Okay, Michael Cole.
Professional wrestling
was just beat... has just beat sports entertainment.
Yes.
That hit hard. That caused goosebumps.
No, that was insane. And then Gunther coming up the following Raw, he's talking. Oh, he made Cena tap out like a little. First off, no. You tapped out like a little when you tapped out to Jey Uso. All this flailing and fighting for your life.
Yeah.
Cena just accepted it.
You still had, it in you. And another thing that I was reading...
Cena just accepted his fate.
Another thing I was reading that has to do with the Cena ending is a lot of people were saying you should have given him the Stone Cold ending. Not letting him tap out, but having him pass out. He didn't give up. He couldn't go anymore.
Exactly. I would have actually preferred having him, knowing he was going to lose.
Yeah.
Knowing he was going to lose to Gunther. Yeah. That's the ending I would have rather had.
And then what you do is, they went on to say, what you do after is the locker room comes out, still.
Helps him up.
He wakes up to Cody and Punk helping him up.
Yeah.
And then you do the sign of respect with the titles, which he had no clue was happening.
I know. That was literally a last-minute decision as they were coming out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they decided.
And then the picture that has been circulating the internet of Cody staring at the shoes, going, like, knowing that my time is now.
I have big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do it? Yeah. I'm hoping that they really did make the right investment.
I'm hoping so, too. So with that being said...
Like, alright, and a lot of people I've been seeing on socials, nobody was mad when Kurt Angle lost his retirement. No. We weren't, because they lost to the right people.
Mm-hmm.
They lost in the right manner. People aren't mad that Cena lost. They're mad at how he lost and who he lost to.
I agree.
Because you know what? Your whole thing was elevating the next generation and giving it to some people that are... giving these moments to people that deserve it, that should have the spotlight, I'm going to tell you names that we wouldn't have been mad if Cena lost to. Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Mello.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight.
Yep, that's my big one.
Like, help elevate somebody's career.
Yep. That's also
what were you elevating in having Gunther beat Cena? Nothing. Gunther's already a former 2-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
He's the longest reigning IC title. He has spent about 80% of his WWE career, and this includes his time in NXT, as champion. He didn't need this moment.
No, he didn't. All this does is make Gunther the men to retire.
You know what? You know what this is giving me? 06 Orton. Legend Killer vibes.
Yeah. But he's not the one to take over that part of Orton.
No.
Lord, no. With that being said, that does conclude Saturday night's main event. I know we went on a really big tangent and obviously had a little bit more to fill, given the last two podcasts that have gone up that have been really short, given me being alone. We come back next for...
If we're not covering Worlds Collide, which I don't believe we are.
That's not a big one.
I mean, it really is one of their big ones, but we haven't
established what big ones are yet.
We don't see them again till January for the Rumble.
Unless, you would like to cover New Year's Evil.
Potentially. That's gonna determine schedule, because I'm gonna be starting a new job soon, but also with all the medical stuff that's been going on with
the girlfriend,
the significant other.
Yep. All right. With that being said, that does conclude Saturday night's main event. It was great to have on the panel for this. And with that, we are out.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finished. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid, I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy, hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
It's gon' be what it's gon' be. 5 pounds of courage, buddy base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step. A raw stance is a gift, and you insist it's my rep. John Cena trademark, y'all are so-so. And talk about the bread you make, but don't know the recipe for dough. Aiming guns in all your photos, that's a no-no. When this pop, your lip lock, your big talks a blatant no-so. See what happens when the ice age melt. You see monetary status is not what matters, but it helps. I'm rocking timepiece by Benny, if any. The same reason y'all could love me is the same reason y'all condemn me. A man's measured by the way that he thinks, not clothing lines, ice links, leather and minks. I spent 20 plus years seeking knowledge of self. So for now, Mark Breck is living life for wealth.
Your time is up, my time is now.